Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, this is Eddie Marcus, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people. And I got another wonderful message that I'd like to share with you this morning. A message to me that is as powerful and as essential as the blood that flows through your vein. And I'm hoping that when it comes to you, if it finds you asleep, it will awake you, and if you're dead, you will rise again. And it's coming to you live from station WEBM. That's wonderful, Eddie B. Marcus, operating smack down from the top of the sky right to wherever you are. Ladies and gentlemen, as I was preparing this message for you today and had, made my notes and reflected on them, I asked myself, why is it that I'm continuously doing what I'm doing? After all of these years, and the negative or lack of response that I've gotten that's positive, why am I still doing it? And so I had to ask myself that question, and I needed to answer it. And I think what I came up with is accurate. I guess when I really look at it, I'm sort of a hero worshiper. When you think about those particular events that I'm sure that each of us have different ones, but they offer something special to us. For those of you who are kind of older, you remember the Westerns and how John Wayne would always come around, or Randolph Scott, Johnny Ringo would always come through. And for those of you of more modern days, you remember how, Walker would always go into Vietnam and help those prisoners of war. Or Rocky, what's his name? I can't think of his name right now, but this guy would go back and do his thing. Everywhere you see where pain exists and somebody going back to deal with that, to offer a solution for that. And I can't deny that out of all that I've ever read or heard or studied in regards to not just hero worship, but heroism, and people who became heroes, people who were bigger heroes than Dr. King or Gandhi and others. I would think about my hero being Jesus Christ. Even those of you who says it's just a figment of my imagination or someone's imagination that's been designed to do whatever it has done to the people. Well, I must admit, I'm a special hero of that story. And the reason is because it appears as if that hero was more precious and more committed than all other heroes, even though the ultimate of a hero was his willingness to pay the ultimate price. I heard somebody say that there's no hero any better than that hero that would give his life for his friends. And when I think about the world that I live in and all the suffering and pain that is going on, there's no doubt in my mind that there is a hero that is needed. And while I'm living in this day and in this time, I can't point to anyone or a group that's serving as a hero for the people in their conditions of the world today. And so I say to myself, if I gotta be a hero, why not be a hero of humanity in my day and in my time? So the reason I'm constantly making these presentations, the reason that I'm constantly in the streets and talking to people about change, is because I know that there's a need for a hero of you. And I give myself to that mission. And so the message that I want to bring to you today is this. I want to know, is the media a tool of fake responsibility? During the presidential campaign of 2016, the media reported mostly every dumb and stupid phrase out the mouth of candidate Donald Trump. Served as free PR. He received more free coverage than the other 14 or so candidates total together. Mostly every absurd statement. What could have been the motivation? I have no idea. But since it appears the media, more than anything else, championed his candidacy, they have given him the same support in his presidency. They have given him support and continues their support by reporting and drawing attention to the thousands of lies he tells and continues to tell, even when the indication is that it emboldens his supporters and normalizes the conduct to the public. What is the scam? Had this been Obama or the Democrats, the media would never have taken this path. The media appears to be Trump's most committed supporter, with or without knowledge of it. Could it be due to a hidden agenda by some powerful unknown source, even though he is destroying most of what the nation has claimed as assets? Things such as freedom, morality, family values, and global relationships. Occasionally, the media projects some measure of responsibility, such as sexual predators moving into a neighborhood. Other times, reports are given on subjects of no interest to the public at all, such as the royals, fashions of the princess, or the birthday of the prince or queen. Who cares? Yet, such is poised as the major events the world must be reminded of. But what about you? Really? What hold does it have on you? Racism, bigotry, poverty, crime and violence, lying, cheating and stealing, terror, killing and war is as American as the four seasons. Homelessness, hunger, inadequate education and health care is a condition of the American experience since its inception as a nation. Equally suspicious is that neither of the two-party systems, Republican and Democrat alike, have been able to put a dent in this truth. Yet, it is this continuously held before the people as the only solution. This serves, perhaps, as an indication a greater power exists that have no desire for a solution. Has this anything to do with fake news? Oftentimes, news that work against the people might get reported. News that work for the people can only be reported for a fee. Where politics are concerned, why is it that the public has no news reports of proposals to offer employment of choice for every citizen of this country, establishing a standard of living that eradicates ghettos and allows for peace, prosperity, and that a joyous life promoting fulfilled dreams? Why? On August 31st, 2018, ABC reported that a 10-year-old child received a letter of adoption which was recorded and shown over the media. At the time of this showing, the video had received over 10 million hits. Yet, proposals that supports families, keeping them together, has no importance that would merit public reporting. For over 30 years, America has been informed of the solutions to most of her economic and social problems, yet during political seasons and normal have withheld the information, requiring payment to make public. This has been the response of print, audio, and video sources. It appears as if America is being held hostage by evil, and Donald Trump serves as its spokesman, while the people, absent information, act helpless. So I'm releasing this information to social media, hoping it will do what mainstream won't. And so, ladies and gentlemen, if what I've shared with you is something that you already know, or did you know that you have the power to do something about this? It doesn't concern me about my involvement, hoping that you do if you don't. My dream, my heroic ambition is to do everything I can so no one has an excuse. And even if you do, not be that I didn't do what I could for you. I want to thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen, for giving me this, your time. It has been indeed a struggle. It has indeed been a life worth living. But in order for it to continue to live, somebody say, are you willing to keep on living in the pain and suffering in hopes that it will reach someone? And I want to be honest and tell you the truth. Not really. While I live, I'm committed. But I'm not asking for any extra life for people who just seem not to care. Bye-bye.